Manchester United's reckoning. Club debt exceeds £1 billion. Barcelona lost its leader. Gabriel Jesus transfer. And Neymar's rage. All of this and more in today's episode. La Liga president Javier Tebas once again sharply criticized the financial policy of English clubs, accusing the Premier League of creating global inflation in the transfer market. Speaking at the Expansion and Marca Business Sport Forum, he gave an example. With the same turnover as the Bundesliga, about €4 billion, La Liga spends $700 million, while the APL this summer spent $4 billion. This is a loss. When you pay more than you can, inflation is created, and it affects everyone, Tebas stated. The official also drew attention to the intervention of the UK government, which introduced an independent football regulator due to the league's financial losses, €1.2 billion last year. In his opinion, La Liga and the Bundesliga operate stably, while Italy and France are in an even worse state. The Spanish official also emphasized that he has repeatedly appealed to UEFA with a demand to unify financial rules. According to him, the current situation, where what is forbidden in Spain is allowed in England, is unacceptable, and most interestingly, even some APL clubs support this initiative. Arsenal forward Gabriel Jesus could change clubs as early as January, and this looks increasingly realistic. According to Football Transfers, Everton and West Ham are showing interest in the Brazilian and have already made preliminary inquiries about a transfer. Both clubs see him as a player capable of adding quality and experience in attack. Jesus is eager to find regular playing time before the World Cup 2026, especially after a long absence due to injury. He was not included in Arsenal's Champions League squad, which only intensified rumours about his possible departure. In Mikel Arteta's team, competition from Victor Gyökeres, Saka, Martinelli, and Eze leaves the Brazilian without a stable place in the starting lineup. Jesus' contract is valid until 2027, but Arsenal is ready to consider offers if they are financially attractive. At the same time, a loan option is also being considered, which could be a compromise for all parties. What do you think? Should Jesus leave Arsenal for more playing time? Manchester United may put the ambitious new stadium project on hold due to financial difficulties. The club announced plans to build a 100,000-seat arena as part of a state program to renovate the Old Trafford area. According to Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the new stadium should be the best in the world and be ready within 5 years. However, after the publication of the financial report for the 2024-25 season, it became known that the club's debt is approaching £1.1 billion sterling. Financial expert Stefan Borson stated that United's debt burden already exceeds a five-fold EBITDA, and this creates serious risks. Despite record revenue of £666 million sterling, the club lost £33 million sterling, and transfer expenses and high interest rates only worsen the situation. It is estimated that the full implementation of the stadium project could cost up to £4 billion sterling, and without attracting external capital or state support, its launch looks unlikely. The situation is further complicated by the falling share price. Ratcliffe invested when the price was $33, and now it has fallen to $15. This casts doubt on further financing from shareholders, especially the Glazer family, who do not demonstrate willingness to invest. Thus, the dream of a stadium of the future may be postponed, at least until financial indicators stabilize or a new investor appears. What do you think? Will the club be able to find a way out of this situation? Noni Madueke suffered a serious knee injury that could keep him out of action for at least 2 months. According to The Athletic, the Arsenal forward avoided a cruciate ligament tear but needs another examination next week. Mikel Arteta confirmed, "It looks like he's out for a few weeks," and added that the situation still needs clarification. This is another blow for the Londoners, who have already lost Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus due to injuries. Madueke, who this summer moved from Chelsea for €56 million, quickly became an important figure in the attack, starting in 4 of the first 5 matches of the season and receiving rave reviews. Now he will miss October national team matches for England and key club games, including the away trip to Newcastle in the APL, and Champions League matches against Olympiacos and Atletico. Madueke is expected to return to the squad for the London derby with Tottenham. scheduled for November 23rd. But Barcelona has even worse news. Catalan midfielder and Spain international Gavi underwent knee surgery and is out of action for 4 to 5 months. The 21-year-old player underwent arthroscopy to treat a medial meniscus tear, which was successfully sutured to preserve its structure, although this will require a long rehabilitation. This injury is another heavy blow for the young talent, as it is related to his previous knee problems. In November 2023, Gavi tore his cruciate ligament, which caused him to miss almost a year. He only recently returned to the field and managed to play only 2 matches in La Liga, scoring 1 assist, before suffering a new injury. He is expected to return to the field no earlier than March. This means that Gavi will miss most of the season, including Champions League matches, El Clasico against Real Madrid, and preparations for the World Cup 2026. What do you think? Will Barcelona be able to cope with the absence of a key player until spring? Barcelona does not consider Ferran Torres' contract situation a priority. According to Marca, the club is not in a hurry to open negotiations for an extension of the agreement, which is valid until the summer 2027. This seems quite unexpected, considering Ferran's brilliant start to the new season, where he scored 4 goals in the first 6 matches and became the team's top scorer. Despite this, the Catalans are currently focused on extending contracts with Eric Garcia, Christensen, and Frenkie de Jong, whose agreements expire next summer. Torres himself, according to Tribuna, is interested in continuing cooperation, but the club has postponed negotiations due to financial constraints and internal priorities. Earlier, FC Barcelona Noticias reported that a new agreement could be formalized after the summer transfer window, and even provides for an extension until 2030. Against this background, interest from APL clubs is only growing. Tottenham is particularly active, which after the summer departure of Son Heung-min, tried to sign Savinho from Man City and Rodrigo from Real Madrid. Both deals fell through. City blocked Savinho's transfer due to lack of a replacement, and Rodrigo decided to stay in Madrid, which finally ruined the Londoners' plans for flank reinforcement. Now, Torres is in the Spurs' focus. He has APL experience, an international background, and readiness for new challenges. Barcelona has already set an indicative price of €40 million and is ready to consider offers if the player does not receive clear guarantees regarding his role in the team. The summer 2026 transfer window could be the moment when Ferran Torres returns to England, this time to become not just a rotational player, but an attacking leader. Real Madrid is seriously interested in the transfer of Ryan Gravenberch, and this could become one of the main stories of summer 2026. According to Fichajes, the Dutch Liverpool midfielder is a priority target for Xabi Alonso, who sees him as an ideal solution for renewing the midfield. Gravenberch, who moved to Anfield from Bayern in 2023 after a difficult start under Klopp, blossomed in Arne Slot's system. His new role as a defensive midfielder became key in Liverpool's championship season, and in the current campaign, he continues to demonstrate stable form. Gravenberch's contract is valid until 2028, and the club is already preparing a new long-term agreement to secure his status as one of the fundamental players. At the same time, Real already this year signed Trent Alexander-Arnold and is targeting Ibrahima Konate, so the interest in Gravenberch is part of a broader strategy. However, Liverpool has no intention of easily letting go of its leader. According to Football Transfers, the club values the transfer at £56 million and is ready to issue a harsh warning to the Madrid side. Hands off. The transfer will be difficult, and not only because of the price, but also because of the player's status in the team. The situation remains open, but one thing is clear. Gravenberch is not just a transfer target, but a strategic bet on the future, and the fight for him will be fierce. What do you think? Will Real be able to convince Liverpool to let him go? Ousmane Dembélé, winner of the Ballon d'Or 2025. France football editor-in-chief Vincent Garcia confirmed that the PSG forward won with a convincing lead, leaving behind contenders such as Lamine Yamal, Vitinha, Achraf Hakimi, and Mohamed Salah. According to Garcia, Dembélé received the most votes on all continents, from Africa to North America, and became the undisputed favorite of the jury. This is a triumph that still several years ago seemed impossible. The player was written off due to injuries and instability, but today he is the best footballer in the world, according to France Football. At the same time, the voting results raised a wave of questions, especially regarding the underestimation of Rafinha, who finished 5th, despite impressive statistics: 34 goals, 23 assists, the La Liga MVP title, a national treble with Barcelona, and the title of the Champions League's top scorer. For many, such an assessment was unexpectedly low, and it caused a wave of discussions among experts and fans. Neymar reacted especially emotionally, writing on his Instagram, "Rafinha's 5th place is simply a joke." Ironically, if he played for PSG, the result could have been completely different. But Lamine Yamal, who took 2nd place, accepted defeat with dignity. On his Instagram he wrote, "God's plan is perfect. You have to climb to reach the top. Glad to have won the Copa Trophy again, and congratulations to Dembélé on the award and a great season. Last season, Yamal played 55 matches, scored 18 goals, and provided 25 assists, and also for the 2nd consecutive time, won the prestigious Copa Trophy." Against the backdrop of this ceremony, there was no shortage of drama. Real Madrid for the 2nd consecutive time boycotted the event, disagreeing with the voting results. Barcelona president Joan Laporta commented on this. "Let them do what they want. We care about Barcelona. You can win, you can lose. You have to know how to lose." This year's Ballon d'Or is not just an award, but a mirror of the football season, where emotions, narratives, and symbolism often outweigh numbers. That's it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Keep watching for more football action, and have a wonderful day.